Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at Know Your H2O, and we want to understand what is cadmium, how did it become a problem, some of the health risks, and what can we do about it. So first, what is cadmium? It's a soft silverish white metal that's found in the Earth's crust, and is commonly associated with copper, lead, zinc, ores, and therefore is a common product of biomining and rare earth mining. And most cadmium is used for battery technology, prophylactic cells, pigment, metal platings, coating, as stabilizers in plastics. Now, how does cadmium become a problem? It becomes a problem when an individual is exposed to sources of cadmium through the environment, exposure via air, occupational exposure, contaminated water, food, or even smoking. And regarding environmental exposure, the most common exposure is occupational exposure to fumes, dust, electroplating, smelting, or the mining process. And it may accumulate in fish and other animals that are consumed by humans. And cadmium contamination of water source can be through natural erosion of cadmium-containing rocks, or can be through industrial activities that humans engage in, such as industrial waste, impurity in zinc, fertilizer, contaminant phosphate rock, pigment production, malt taintings, or spoil smelting. Plasticizer production, cadmium can also be introduced through corrosion of galvanized water piping. So there's multiple ways it can get into your water. And cadmium has been linked to kidney disorders, bronchitis, which is lung damage, anemia, and for children, a number of studies show they're actually more vulnerable than adults and may be vulnerable to decreased bone strength, increased bone loss, reduced birth weight, and for pregnant mothers, cadmium has been found in breast milk, and the level of exposure to the infant depends on the level of exposure to the mother. Also, cadmium may adversely affect the impact on the nervous system, resulting in learning and behavioral issues. So what are the standards for cadmium? It's regulated as a primary drinking water. Standard as the MCL is 0.005 milligrams, 5 parts per billion, and it's been linked to kidney disorders, bronchitis, and anemia. Also, the way to find cadmium is to test your water. Like many contaminants in drinking water, the element is potentially hazardous. As we know, it's even more hazardous to children or infants at levels or concentration that do not impart a noticeable taste, odor, or appearance to the water. So just like lead, you may not even notice it. You can say, hey, my water looks fine. Why should I test for it? Or I don't notice anything weird in the taste. Am I okay? Your best course of action is to get your water tested. Compile as much information as possible about your water supply source. Are you using a well construction? Is it municipal? What do you have there? Also, your surrounding land use, your local geology. If you do have a cadmium problem, there's water treatment technologies you can use to remove cadmium. But don't just test your water for cadmium. Make sure that you look also for other types of heavy metals. Now, you can do it yourself, definitely. You can get a kit, or you can try and figure it out yourself, but sometimes it's better to get water testing through a trusted third party. A certified water testing is the best way to go, because then you can ensure that everything is fine. Then you can work on a treatment, and you can figure out what to do to pinpoint the issue and fix it, whether it's flushing, reverse osmosis. But periodic testing should be maintained and should be tried, because if cadmium is in your water, as you know, it can cause a lot of problems: kidney damage, lung damage. It can also affect your bones, and it's even more dangerous with children. So it's always a good idea to have your water periodically tested for high levels of cadmium.